Shahrukh Khan says to Harbhajan Singh, "Bhaji, tera ghar bas raha hai."
मेरा नाम famous कर दिया Basra.
Are you a Shahrukh Khan fan?
Huge fan, and I love Shah. He's the king, Badshah of Bollywood. You can't beat Shahrukh Khan.
What is the importance of ambition for you today as an actor?
Very important. You have to have some ambition or some dream or some goal in life. I left my family at such a young age to come from London to Mumbai to pursue my dreams. Dharam ji ne tab mujhe bataya. He said, "Beta, ek hi cheez hai, kaam." When I was dating Harbhajan, girlfriends were not allowed to travel. Girlfriends were not allowed to be around.
जब हरभजन सिंह ने आपको मैच के टिकट्स आपको भिजवाए थे तो आपने अपने ड्राइवर को क्यों भिजवा दिए?
ये इसने झूठ बोला है. मैं आज बोलूँगी झूठ बोला है.
The level of pressure, it's like something
Yeah, it's
else
very
altogether.
unfair.
Anushka has faced that. You have
Yeah.
faced
I
that as
remember.
well. How did you deal with it?
You know, everyone has their bad day, their good day. जब अच्छा करते तब तो कोई नहीं बोलता कि बीवी के कारण उनको इतने रन्स उन्होंने मारे या इतने wickets गिराए. Hi guys, this is Geeta Basra and you're listening to me on Connect FM Canada on Asli Radio.
मेरे साथ में आज गीता बसरा हैं और गीता को मैं बहुत सालों से जानता हूँ. हमने साथ में ट्रैवल भी किया है एंड आई हैव सीन हर जर्नी एंड इट्स ट्रूली वंडरफुल. गीता, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वेलकम ऑन ConnectCine. कैसी हैं आप?
It's so good to be here. I can't even believe I'm meeting you after so many years. In face to face, we're having an interview. Last time you interviewed, it was me and Baji together during
Yes.
COVID. It's good to have you back, Faridoon, in
Thank you.
Mumbai.
Thank you. Thank you very
Mumbai missed you.
No, thank you very much. And गीता, मेरा पहला सवाल आपसे ये होगा कि दैट ये जो कमाल का एक आप 25 साल को आप जो आपने टच कर लिया है, you have reached the age of 25.
Yes.
How does it feel?
Amazing. We were just having this conversation that you should always have the child in your life. The moment, if you have that child in your life, you'll never grow old. And I always feel that I'm young at heart and I'll always be young at heart.
You are very young as well. And मुझे लगता है कि कोई भी इंसान अगर अपना ख्याल रखे और वेलनेस के बारे में वेलनेस को प्रायोरिटी रखे, बहुत से लोग कहते हैं टाइम नहीं है. अगर आपको अपने लिए खुद के लिए टाइम नहीं है तो फिर then what's the point?
Absolutely.
क्या views
You're
हैं
a
आपके?
perfect example of that too, Faridoon.
Thank
you
you
haven't
very
grown one day older since the last I think when we met.
Thank you,
You're
thank you
exactly
very
the same.
Thank
In
you.
fact, probably better than last time we met
Thank you, thank
in
you.
Malaysia.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I think you know the importance, of course, and I think as a mother, I can say that yes, you have to prioritize your health as well as your children, your husband, because we run the house. We have to make sure everything's set at home, you know, and you have to lead by example. So if I eat well, my kids will eat well. You know, I make it a point to, you know, especially my daughter, because she's at the age where she understands a lot now. So when we eating something, you know, I you know, refined sugar and, you know, all this carbs, maida, she knows it's not good and she tries to avoid that. So I've always had at a point that eat healthy. I think that's 80% of your job done. If you eat well, 20% of course, jaise aap bolte gym, exercise, any form of sport, whatever. Yeah, then you're living a very healthy life.
Absolutely.
And it's not about how skinny you are or how slim you are. Internally, you have to be healthy.
Internally, अगर आप खुश हैं तो फिर it will reflect on your face.
Yes, and happiness. That's
Yeah.
one of the most, probably the top point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is something that reflects on your face. And
Thank you.
I think you have wonderful glowing skin.
I am happy.
And मैं आपको काफ़ी सालों से जानता हूँ और मुझे इस चीज़ का अंदाज़ा है कि that आप हमेशा से ambitious रही हैं. Then one gets married and kids. What is the importance of ambition for you today as an actor?
Very important. You have to have some ambition or some dream or some goal in life. Yes, there are certain parts of your life कि वो हल्का सा back seat पे चले जाता है because there's other priorities in life. My priorities is and will always be my family, my husband, my children. But as they're growing older, you realize that you can balance life. Now at this point of time, I can balance my family life, my personal and my professional life, where my ambition, you know, is again reignited. And it feels so good to be back at work. And my kids, my daughter, she absolutely loves watching me on screen. I showed her the screening of my film that I just did with Shabir. And she was so ecstatic and so proud and so happy. And that feeling is something else. So I think my dreams hamesha hi, yes, yahi hai. I mean, I left my family at such a young age to come from London to Mumbai to pursue my dreams. And that should never go, because that's who you are. That's who I always was and who I'll always be, you know. And I don't want to let that side of my life go, you know. जब तक मैं ज़िंदा हूँ तब तक आई वुड लव टू वर्क. जैसे बच्चन साहब जी हैं, आज भी धर्म जी, जब मैंने धर्म जी के साथ काम किया, you know, and I asked him, I said, sir, what is it that keeps you so young and so energetic and so at this age, you know. तो धर्म जी ने तब मुझे बताया, he said, बेटा एक ही चीज़ है, काम.
क्या बात.
I said, you're right. That it's a very valid and very true point. When you're constantly working, your mind is active, your body is active, and when you love what you do. Maybe some people have it that they go to work and they dread that morning. Oh God, I have to go to work. Yeah, फिर से weekend खत्म हो गया, you know, Monday आ गया. But then when there's work where you're looking forward कि यार कल shoot है, कल मुझे ये काम पे जाना है, that happiness has a different glow on your face.
बाकी सब चीज़ें तो ठीक है, लेकिन ये जब हरभजन सिंह ने आपको मैच के टिकट्स आपको भिजवाए थे तो आपने अपने ड्राइवर को क्यों भिजवा दिया?
ये इसने झूठ बोला है, मैं आज बोलूँगी झूठ बोला है. It wasn't my driver. I don't know. He is very bad with his memory. It was a friend of mine that I gave the tickets to, and my driver thodi tha. I'm not silly. I gave it to a friend. She really wanted to go and watch the game. So my only source of contact for any match at that point was Bajji, even though I was myself not so keen and so interested in matches and cricket.
Right.
And yeah, that I gave it to a very dear friend of mine.
Right. But लेकिन आप खुद क्यों नहीं गई?
Because I didn't understand the game and I didn't know cricket. I didn't really, it wasn't my passion. Like, I didn't understand the game. I've never watched cricket. I never knew, I didn't even know who the players were. So unless you're really like a sports lover of watching the games, then you understand what cricket, then you will enjoy going to this. मेरे को वो शौक नहीं था.
How did you get to know Harbhajan, and what was that trigger point that you felt that he's the man for you?
He was very persistent. I like that. I loved the fact that he was a very persistent man. 10 months, 11 months, he pursued me. I was very adamant कि नहीं, I don't want to be in a relationship. I was very, like you said at that time, very ambitious, my career. And I had just entered the industry, Faridoon. The moment I met him was the moment my film released. So he saw my song, Wo Ajnabi, he saw my posters, he liked me, and that was my entry into the industry. The moment I met him, and you know, it was like, you know, obviously at such a young age, your whole focus is on your career, and you know, you've left home, you left your family, but he was very persistent. And I was a bit skeptical, okay, you know, these guys who are so famous, you know, like, is he really interested, or is he aise hi bol raha hai? And the more I got to know him over those 10 months, where I said to him, okay, look, let's be friends. And jab main unko janne lagi, I realized what a human being he is, what a simple human being he is, a genuine soul, a very giving person, and very spiritual, very humble. ये सब चीज़ें ना देखने को मिलता नहीं when someone's so big a star. I think sometimes they lose their ground, they lose their sense of humbleness or compassion. I feel like that he never lost. He's a very family man. उनके लिए सबसे ज़रूरी उनकी family है और कुछ नहीं. And that's something I realized that you don't get that. You don't get to see that.
You know, I still remember Kuching Beach, Sarawak. आपके साथ में इंटरव्यू हो रहा है और मैंने आपसे पूछा ये इस तरीके के रूमर्स हैं हरभजन सिंह के बारे में. अब दो पाइसियंस बैठे हुए हैं, वॉक कर रहे हैं. अब उसमें मेटाफिजिकल बातें हो रही हैं, जनरली एब्स्ट्रैक्ट. ऐसा होता है ज़िंदगी में, ऐसा होता है ज़िंदगी में, ऐसा होना चाहिए. कुछ लोग आते हैं. And I was like, not, because Pisceans, they'll never give you like a direct answer if they don't want to.
And we were not at that point of time dating. I was telling the truth.
Okay.
I was actually telling the truth, but no one believed me. Media में यही आ रहा जा रहा था कि हमारी शादी हो रही है. हमारी शादी तो 8 साल बाद हुई. Imagine, but हर महीना हमारी शादी की खबर बार-बार आ रही थी. We are together, and we were not together. We were genuinely friends at that point of time. So I was telling the truth, but no one believed me.
Okay, all right. So, but it was very interesting. Okay, and
Maybe you
know,
guys actually had a hand in bringing us together. बार बार हमारी शादी हो रही थी, you know, and you know,
Okay.
you put us together. So maybe, yeah. But yeah, I'm glad I found a gem of a person in my life.
right, and so you're Piscean, he's a Cancerian, and both are water signs. Cancerians have a very good sense of humor as well, and I think that element definitely helps as well in our.
100%. He's everyone knows that. सबको पता है. Bajji is a very funny man. लोगों को हंसाना and बच्चों के साथ he becomes again a child. And yes, I think yeah, he has that talent of making people laugh.
क्या आपको ऐसा लगता है कि many a times this like too much of focus on star wives and when they are part of the matches and the way they are judged and कि that good luck hai, bad luck hai and all that, it's like it's crazy. The level of pressure, it's like something
Yeah, it's
else
very
altogether.
unfair.
Anushka has faced that. You have
Yeah.
faced that as well. How did you deal with it?
Yeah, it is unfair because we are not the ones out there playing the game, and you know, everyone has their bad day, their good day. जब अच्छा करते तब तो कोई नहीं बोलता कि बीवी के कारण उनको इतने runs उन्होंने मारे या इतने wickets गिराए. But जब खराब दिन है, they need some scapegoat. And unfortunately, someone in the family or the wives, the girlfriends who are always a target, you know, which is unfair, definitely. But I think you kind of, you bring out a shield in you and you let it not affect you, because I think it's, people are there sitting there to bring up these stupid, frivolous stories and a target. And yeah, it's okay. You got to just be there for your person, your man, and make sure that you support him at that time.
Right.
But yeah, I think a lot has changed though, Faridoon. When I was dating Harbhajan, girlfriends were not allowed to travel. Girlfriends were not allowed to be around the players. They only, I don't even think wives were. Wives were not even allowed to travel. Today you see all the wives, girlfriends traveling with the players. The first match I ever saw when I was with Harbhajan, when we were not married, was the semi-final World Cup match, India-Pakistan in Mohali. Up until then, I never watched a game. I never was allowed to travel with them. So it was like, yeah, there's so many matches I missed. I wish I was there for a lot of the games. But I read recently one of the players had insisted that, no, can my girlfriend travel? And Ravi Shastri said, yes, she can, because at that time they weren't allowed. So it's good, the rules have changed, because I'm telling you, when they're traveling for so long, it's good to have your companion with you, your partner with you. They're away from home for so long, you know. So it's nice to have that support around them. नहीं तो अकेलापन हो जाता है.
When Shah Rukh Khan says to Harbhajan Singh, "Bhaji, तेरा घर बसरा है."
मेरा नाम फेमस कर दिया बसरा. बहुत सारे लोग तब मुझे पूछते थे, गीता आपका घर कब बसरा है?
What's that feeling like?
It was good. My name was so like Shah Rukh Khan took my name.
Are you a Shah Rukh Khan fan?
Huge fan, and I love Shah. He's the king, Badshah of Bollywood. You can't beat Shah Rukh Khan. No one can. I think he's the last of that kind of stardom. You won't get that again. Not after him.
Have you told him that Apne, since you have utilized my name and my brand name whatsoever, so why don't you just work with me as well?
No, I haven't said that. But yeah, I am happy. I think we were all happy that Shah Rukh Khan took my name. No,
Right.
but he actually, I never even thought of it कि मेरा नाम ऐसे भी use हो सकता है, बसरा. You know, बस कब बसरा है. मतलब ये तो मतलब he's too witty. He's too funny.
Right.
So I actually didn't even think of it that someone can actually use my name in that sense.
Would you like to tell something about your film with Shabir Boxwala?
Yeah, so this is a film. It's a very cute family film, Avasti versus Avasti. And in fact, he was the first. Shabir and me go back a long way. For the last probably 18 years, I've known Shabir, and we've never actually like worked together until now. And he was the first person to come to me after I had Jovan. Jovan was probably a year old, and Shabir came to me and he said, "Geeta, are you ready to work?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, I have a fabulous script. Read it and tell me what you think. And if you're okay with it, do it." And I was like, "Oh my God, okay, wow." So I read, I had a narration with the director, and I absolutely loved my role. It's a very, there's a transition to my character from a young girl, to a housewife, to a wife who's supporting my husband, and it's a total entertainer. I have a beautiful song, and it was like a dream come true. I had to pinch myself on set that, am I really back at work? Am I really back on set? Like, this is so crazy. Like, 9 years after being married, to be back at doing what you love the most, it was surreal. So I'm very thankful to Shabir to come to me at a time probably most people wouldn't. I mean, after just having a baby, I don't think many producers or directors would come and offer you a film like that. And I will forever be indebted to him that he actually thought of me for this film. And I'm hoping you guys will all like it.
What is your game plan like in terms of as an actor, for example, and if you want to push the envelope, like then what is the mode that you want to do it in terms of taking your chances, in terms of roles, in terms of scripts?
See, Faridoon, I think we're living in the best era where it comes to content. There's so many different types of role. There's no limitations today where there's the amount of scripts, the amount of stories, the amount of characters that are being conceptualized. I think it is the best time for a girl. Ladko ke liye to kuch nahi badla. You could be married, you could have kids. It never mattered, right? For women, it did. And I think today we're living in a generation where it really doesn't matter. You're married, you're single, you're in a live-in, you have kids. There's work for everyone. And I, as an actor, just want to do good work. That's it. Like, for me, it's working with great people, great producers, great directors, and bringing out a side of me that maybe I haven't captured as yet. There's so much in me, and there's so much out there that I just want to do good work and keep on doing good work, where my kids also grow up and be proud of their mom. And I think that's something that I'm really looking forward to, the kind of films that I'm doing right now. I've just assigned a film like 3 days back, and I'm not going to announce it here because I'll let them do it. They are just figuring out a way how to make the official announcement. But it's something I'm really looking forward to. Yeah.
What is your reference like as an actor, say maybe Hollywood or within the film industry over here, whom you want to emulate? Like, यार मुझे ये करना है. मुझे Meryl Streep के तरह का
No, I don't think. Like, if you start emulating your actors or any character, you have put yourself in this bubble, and you've already restricted yourself. Maybe there's things that they haven't even done that you can do. Like, I just feel like you have to be yourself. Like, every person who's made it is because there's uniqueness and there's something different about them. And if you start copying it, if you see, a copy's never worked. There's so many people who have come as, oh, this person is like this actor, or this person looks like this actor, or this person acts like this actor. There'll always be that, the copy. But if you want to be the original, you have to be yourself.
No, I think being yourself is absolutely amazing. What I meant to say was not being like someone, but say, for example, if someone from within the industry is watching this conversation and they want to cast you, for example, then what is it that Geeta Basra herself wants from herself? In terms of that, the way Tabu, for example, has done all sorts of roles.
Yeah, I love Tabu's work.
You can't slot, say, Meryl Streep, for example. Because what happens, at least within the film industry, that either you're a heroine material, or you become like a sister, or like a sister-in-law, or and those sort of say character artists, and those sort of bracketing tends to happen at times. An actor is an actor.
Yeah.
So ideally, you should not be bracketing that person. So, but many a times, this is something that I personally seen, when actors themselves want to project themselves in a certain manner, and that is how the industry perceives them as well, and they end up doing things that they want to do.
I love Neena Gupta. I think she's amazing. Exactly. She has redefined. You can't slot her. She is so versatile, and she has really, her second innings has been greater than what her first innings was.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's about. You're, coming back as someone different, or something, doing roles that probably tests your talent and creativity. So I think, I don't know, Tabu, yeah, she's amazing. I love her work. I love the kind of films that she's doing. But if Hollywood, probably Meryl Streep, yeah.
As far as Neena Gupta ji is concerned, so she was also the one who ended up posting on social media that I need work.
Yeah.
Many a times people don't realize that actors,
Yeah.
they actually would
respect for her,
So,
absolute
yeah.
respect, because
So-
it takes a lot of guts to come out and actually, because it is, if you don't ask, you'll never get.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, I just feel this is how it is. Like, people need to understand that there's no harm in asking, Faridoon. If you don't ask, there's anyway a billion girls behind you, billion women, billion men behind you who's going to get it, who are asking for it and who are in the line for it. So, if you ask, क्या सबसे ज़्यादा क्या हो जाएगा? नहीं.
Correct.
But at least you've tried. At least you can live with the thought that there's no regrets. कि मैंने मांगा नहीं. Even they say भगवान से भी मांगो कुछ मांग. He's there to give. So if
Absolutely.
you don't ask, how will you get?
Absolutely.
Hi guys, this is Geeta Basra and you're listening to me on Connect FM Canada on Asli Radio.